how much do you think melanin is going to play a factor in the advancement of technology?
It already is. They're already using melanin. Melanin is the backdrop. They're creating melanin in labs right now. And they're placing the quantum computer inside of a melanin matrix so that the melanin, I'm talking like organic melanin,
Mhm.
melanin that can be used as they know as a semiconductor. And that semiconductor essentially transmits energy without the loss. There's no heat.
Mhm.
You see, just like the sun, there's no heat coming from the sun. It's just irradiating outwards towards an atmosphere that it heats up.
Mhm.
So the same thing with melanin. Melanin can take that same radiating material and then transit it through the cells and then
Mhm.
interpret it because the cells are picking up information and passing it through the brain, and the brain is picking up the download that the sun gave to the cells.
Mhm.
And the cells have all the information it needs. And what you now, as a conscious entity, must do is interpret from your own heart, from inside of you, from that little whispering voice inside of you, from the realm of intelligence, as we call it, not the realm of thought, which is connected to what you see outside of yourself. The
Mhm.
realm of intelligence is what's picking up those latent and very, very distinct and very sublime message carriers in the form of photons, as we're talking about quantum light. You said today's thing was about quantum light. Well, quantum, when you talk about quantum, you're talking about a unit of energy, a particle of energy, like a photon or a phonon. These the people ask, is light a proton? But light is living, light is alive. It carries in all of those particles. That matter consists of particles, light consists of particles. So everything is particularized until it becomes centered in us and actualized.
Mhm.
See, we take all the different particles, particularized light, particularized matter, and we bring it together through thought and through time and give it a purpose. And giving it that purpose, we actualize it into existence.
Do you think technology will ever get so advanced where AI can turn wave into particle just as we do by observing it?
They're trying to do that right now. And they've advanced it to that point where these things are learning. And as they learn, they essentially are using melanin. They're using human melanin, human neurons, human synapses in these machines.
Mhm.
And the information they're giving to them is based upon a quantumized form of light distribution. And the light distribution, they're not going to tell you this, of course. The light distribution is based upon them feeding the necessity that is created by the robot. So the robot says, I want to point. The light feeds it. The pre-program says that says raise your hand to point, and the light then that the light that they have, this quantum light that they have that they fixed in you, now says okay, point.
Mhm.
And what they're doing is they're downloading old programming. Like for instance, if you map, say for instance, if I was to map Ted Bundy's brain,
Mhm.
and I was to take all of the synaptic connections to his brain and where his hippocampus came together to create the memories of all of his actions, I can take that and and create a template of his thinking pattern
Mm.
from his electronics and how
Mhm.
all of his synapses acted and reacted, and take that as a quantum signature fixture
Mhm.
and place that into a material that would be connected to melanin and then would have a familiarization with that particular medium so that it would then act on it as if it was acting in Ted Bundy's body.
Mm.
These people are diabolical. That's all they do. They just sit around doing this all day.
Stuff there. So, in terms of the human body and the technology in the quantum world, they say that when we want to bring things into this dimension, uh, first of all, they say we're in and out. We travel. We go to the quantum world 7.8 times per second. I don't know if how accurate that is, but
That's
some
just
of
the
the
pulse. That's just the pulse that we represent. You see, a lot of times, a lot of people use words to define a phenomenon, and we get the kind of we maladjust it to the meaning.
mm,
We are in a quantum space, and we're constantly going in and out of that quantum space, just to be alive.
mm,
If you understood what your aura is doing,
mm,
your aura is a form holding energy field, and that's in the quantum realm.
mm.
So you step in and out of it because you're already in it.
Right.
You never left it. You're always in the quantum realm.
So this is what makes us multidimensional.
Indeed, but we don't know how to cross the patterns or cross the thresholds into those multiple dimensions. Not yet. That's why we're transiting into the sixth root race, and those of us that essentially understand what the sixth root race represents and learn very well what the body is supposed to represent and what we're supposed to pass on to our young people. Because
Mm,
those are the ones, if we're going to be reincarnated back here, those are the ones we're coming back through. What are we going to leave here? We're going to leave the place destitute, ignorant. Those who want to rule want to make sure that we don't come back to challenge that rule.
mm.
So they're dulling down our children.